Hey there, fellow classic comic collectors. As always, I'm Scott Harris King, and today I am diving into my Wayback Machine to bring you a live store visit that I conducted back in August for my latest haul. This is something that I've had a couple videos before. If you haven't checked those out, I'll have links to them or a pop down or something. But anyway, what I'm trying to do is visit all the comic book stores in my area. And there's a lot of them because I've discovered that within like an hour and a half drive of my house, there's over 50 comic book stores, maybe more. I think within a couple hours drive, there's like probably upwards of 70 comic book stores. So what I want to do is visit all of them and bring you guys along and see what cool stuff I can find. And if possible, record inside. That hasn't been possible every time, but when possible, try and record inside the stores. And so I haven't been able to do that because of the pandemic. There was basically a couple days back in August when things were really flatlined here in Massachusetts. We're only getting like 100 cases a day, and I got really excited and I went out and I made a couple of these videos, and then we had this huge second surge, and I haven't been back out since. So I've been sitting on these videos. I've already shown you, the first one was from Bedrock. I was not able to record inside, but I got some cool stuff. Next time I go to Bedrock, whenever that is, I'll try and get some video on the inside to show you that. And then I also did a video from my LCS, which is, that's Entertainment in Worcester, Massachusetts, the huge Mecca store. So I did a video inside there so you can see that one. This is another one where I was able to record inside, and it's actually a comic store I had never been to before. It was called Counterplay Comics and Collectibles and Cosplay. That's the full name. CCC&C, which is sort of like CCCP, but slightly less Soviet. And that's in Burlington, Mass. So it's very exciting because that's not that far from me. It's only about a 20-minute drive from my house, and it was a relatively new store. It had only been open for 2 or 3 years, which is why I'd never visited before, because I didn't know it existed. So I went there, and I was really impressed with the store. I got a bunch of cool stuff. You may have seen some of this stuff in this video already because I ended up giving some of it away to people on other channels. There's one issue that you'll see in here that ended up over on Metarog's channel. And then there's another that you'll see in this video that ended up on Shebab's channel. And I got some stuff for myself as well. And there's actually a couple things I got in this video that I was thinking about giving other people that I haven't done that yet. So if you're one of those people, I'm not going to say who you are. I'm not going to say who you are. But bunch of cool stuff, great prices, really cool store. I was really pleasantly surprised with this place. So I'm going to put it up on the big map here. Here we are. Boom. Store number 3, Burlington, Mass, Counterplay Comics. And let's jump right into the video. All right, here we are, Counterplay Comics. This is the look out of the parking lot. So it's in a little bit of a nook. You can see there's like this little nook of stores off the road, and there it is, Counterplay Comics. We're gonna head in and we're gonna see what they have. All right, they gave me permission to film in here, and there's actually quite a bit more than I was expecting. So this is the cool entryway, and you come in, got some old vinyl, but back here they've got a wall, they've got a bunch of Silver Age stuff. I see some Golden Age stuff in the boxes here too. And then looks like a lot of dollar bins, which everyone knows I love dollar bins, and back issues. So I've already talked to them. Unfortunately, no romance. Whoa. No Silver or Golden Age Archie either. But I see a lot of cool stuff in the dollar bins. I see some X-Men, like right up in the front. Some looks like a lot of good 80s stuff. So we're gonna take a look and see where we can find. Some magazines, Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction. There's an issue that I wouldn't mind having because of the cover. And we'll see what we end up getting. Let me just take over here. You can see some of the wall books. Again, all the Silver Age stuff. So, okay, since I was on such a tight schedule trying to get from store to store, as we'll see, I only got to 2 of them. I didn't want to stop to record the purchases at the stores that I got. So I'm going to splice it in now through the magic of editing and show off some of the cool comics I just got at Counterplay Comics. I actually was really impressed with the store. The guy that was running it seemed really nice. The store's been there for 2 years. I've never heard of it. The last time I went up through that area looking at comics was about 3 years ago, so that I guess explains that. They had quite a bunch of back issues that were really impressive. I showed some in the video there. He had just gotten in a big collection just before the pandemic. They had a lot of late 50s and early 60s DC books in particular. So there were quite a few 10-cent Batman, 10-cent Superman, 10-cent World's Finest and Detective. Some of those World's Finest issues from the late 50s I know are really hard to find. Not quite as hard. I know that like the early mid 50s, just before the code for World's Finest, can be extremely hard. These are a little bit later, but there was quite a few really cool 10-cent and some pre-code Superman, pre-code action, pre-code Batman Detective. So a lot of really cool stuff. I thought the prices at this place were really good. So let me just show you the purchases that I made. I got a couple books that I'm not actually sure that I needed, but whatever. We'll start off with this, which I already have, but it's so awesome. For $1, I had to buy it. It's Archie Meets the Punisher. Legitimately awesome comic. I know it seems like a joke, but it's actually really, really great. So if anyone hasn't read this, I strongly recommend it. This was $1, so I picked it up. So at some point I can throw it into an A-OK for somebody. I got a bunch of issues for $3 each, some low-grade Silver Age books. So here is an issue of The Fly. It doesn't have the issue number on the cover. I don't know it was, but Fly Girl is already in the book, and the title hasn't changed to Flyman. So I know that this has to be in the I think 20s or early 30s. I think I might already have this one, but I'm not sure. I'm missing a couple issue Conan right around this period. It's got this great Barry Smith cover. These were $3 each, and it's actually in pretty nice shape. It looks like it's probably around a 6. Great colors, just the classic Barry Windsor Smith cover. So for $3, I was like, you know what? If I already have it, again, I'll be happy to give it to somebody else. Another book I'll definitely be giving to someone, but I couldn't pass it up for $3. It's an issue of Boy Comics that's 109. Of course, my series that I'm doing, the Crime Busters, jumps off of this era of Boy Comics. Issue 107, Chuck leaves the city and this crime fighting behind to go to college and get involved in all these college sort of adventure mysteries instead. And so this is from that era. It's issue 109. And again, $3. I had to buy it. I just love the series. So this is one I'll be passing along to somebody. Here's a 12-cent Charlton. It's Mysteries of Unexplored Worlds. And the cover is actually by Dick Giordano. But if you look at it, he's clearly got a strong Ditko influence here. Ditko had been the artist on a lot of Charlton's sort of mystery and suspense and horror sci-fi books at this time. And this is right around, I'm guessing, based on this logo here, I'm guessing this is like 62 or so, 63, the price box. So Ditko is now doing most of his work over for Marvel for this period. So to me, this looks very much as though Giordano is intentionally copying Ditko. Here's a pre-code Charlton Cowboy Western number 50. This has, again, it's a Giordano cover. This one has some water damage, so it's got some wrinkling and it's got a little bit of staining on the side, but $3 for a pre-code Charlton. I think it's pretty good. Pre-code Charltons are not that easy to find. There's some debate about what a Charlton is because the publisher was doing some stuff in the 40s, but the stuff that, you know, with the stripe and it clearly says Charlton, like the clear Charlton books from like 54, 55, just before the code, not easy to find. So Even though I don't really collect Westerns, I picked this one up. Here's one that I picked up as an AOK for silver-haired Bronze Age Babe Comics. She will have already received this by the time I'm showing this, but I know she collects Lois Lane wedding covers, and this is a pretty early one. It's post-code, but it's Action 206. So I think this is right after the code came out. I'm guessing this has to be 56, maybe even 55. I haven't looked it up. It says July, so one of those 55, 56, one of the first code issues of Action. Really cool cover. I can almost identify the artist, but I'm just blanking on it. It's really, really beat up. But it looks great in the sleeve. It's just a really cool cover. So it's one that I probably would have bought for myself anyway, but I know she collects these covers, and so I picked that up for her. And then finally, the big purchase. And they did have some really cool books. Okay, I almost bought a really nice upper mid-grade, like a 6.57, 7-ish copy of Detective Comics 395, the first of the Neil Adams issues with a classic cover. It was only $25. It looked really nice considering it has the black. But the only reason I didn't buy it is that I don't collect Batman or Detective. So as much as I wanted it because it's so cool, I just was like, I've been spending a lot of money on comics recently. I need to really focus my collection, which is why I bought this issue of Jerry Lewis for $15. This is actually has a guest appearance by Wonder Woman during the New Look I Ching era. So I was really excited. I've been looking for this for quite a while, and I've seen them on eBay, and haven't really pulled the trigger because they can get a little pricey. But again, I want to support the local businesses. I'm happy to spend money at the local stores, more so than on eBay. So I was really pleased to find this. So this was my big purchase. They had a lot of great books there. They just didn't happen to have any romance, and the Archie stuff they had wasn't what I was looking for. But so I basically bought this pile of random stuff. But it's some really neat stuff, good prices. Really friendly place, and so I really recommend checking it out. I really enjoyed it.